Chapter 15, Sample Problem Number 5. 4 rectangular blocks are made of the same material, but with dimensions as shown. In Part A, we are to rank the mass of each block. In Part B, we're to rank the pressure exerted by the block on them. So the first thing is to recognize that they're made of the same material, which implies the same row. And we know that the density of something is its mass over its volume. So if we sort of turn this around, we can see that the mass is going to be the density times the volume. And since rho is the same for everybody, the mass tracks the volume. So all we need to do is figure out the volume. And that's pretty easy because the volume of a rectangular parallelepiped, a prism like this, is just length times width times thickness. Or in this case, I guess times height. So we can use these numbers down here. We can say that for A, let's make a little chart, A, B, C, and D, the volume for A would be H times 3W times T, which we can take as 3 HWT. And then for B, it's going to be, I'm actually going to leave the units, well, I'll put them in. For B, it's going to be 3H times 3W times T. And when we string all of those together, we get 9 HWT. For C, it's going to be 2 times 1 times 3, which is 6 HWT. And then for D, it's going to be W times T times 2H, which is 2 HWT. And so we can see that for part A, we have that B is the most, and then C, and then A, and then D close, but a little bit less. All right, for part B, we're going to use that the pressure is the force over the area. And remember, the force was the weight, so it's going to be the mg over the area, but that m is rho v g over the area. And then we can even think of this, so now we have just rho, and the area is height times width times thickness, that's the volume, over the width times the thickness, that's the area. And so in the end, we have rho g times the height of the block. And interestingly enough, of course, g is the same for everybody, but so is rho. And so the pressure is just proportional to the height, which is sort of interesting. So we look here and we say, based on that, well, B and C are both 3 high, D is only 2 high, and A is only 1 high. So we get something like that.